What's up guys? So in this video I'm going to be going over how to perform better on higher ping and higher packet loss. So I'm mostly going to be focusing on Fortnite and Call of Duty in particular, but these tips really apply to any first-person shooter game. And I'm also going to give some things that specifically apply to console players, but the in-game tips will also apply to PC gamers as well. So if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to click that like button and subscribe. So before I start the video, I do want to make some announcements though. So my first one is, if you've seen my recent videos, you likely know that there's been some static in my microphone while I'm talking. I did just buy a new microphone, so that should be fixed by Tuesday. It's arriving on Tuesday. And there's also a lot of content coming up throughout this next week. So I do have a lot on my plate, so there might be days where I'm uploading multiple videos within this next week, so definitely be on the lookout for those. I believe Fortnite Season 4 is coming out this next week, so I'm going to have a couple videos on that most likely. I just unlocked the AN94 in Modern Warfare, so I'm going to have a first look on that, and I'm going to have another video when I get that gold. I almost have the Bruin and the ISO, both gold, so I'm going to have videos on that in the next couple of days. And we're getting the Call of Duty 2020 trailer on Wednesday, I believe. So I'm going to have an in-depth look on that. I'm going to be talking about my personal wish list for Call of Duty 2020 and what has already been announced or leaked by credible sources. So make sure to be on the lookout for all of those in the next couple of days. So I'm going to start off this video by talking about the consoles. So sometimes it is the internet, but it can also be the system that you're playing on. Because I've noticed that the original PS4 cannot run 5G internet, so I'm stuck playing on 2G even though I am paying for 5G internet. So that's one thing that you need to look out for. All the other systems are compatible with 5G, however. This includes the PS4 Pro, PS4 Slim, Xbox One, Xbox Series S. I do know that the PS5 and the Xbox Series S are coming out in November, and those are both compatible with 5G internet. I've personally already saved up enough to buy myself a PS5 on launch day, and those are going to be going for $500. Both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are going to be $500 on launch day, and that will hopefully, or I'm sure it will, reduce my ping a lot because I'll be able to start playing on 5G rather than 2G internet. There's also going to be a digital version of both consoles, which are rumored to be at $100 less than the standard. So these will be going for roughly $400, I'm assuming. Now I'm going to be getting into some of the Fortnite tips. So as you can see in the upper left hand corner right now, my ping is at 29, which is actually really good. I usually don't get that here. And as you could probably tell from my Call of Duty videos, I've been getting a lot of packet loss on there. So I'm still going to give you guys tips, even though the gameplay in the background is not going to be laggy at all. So for Fortnite, the one thing you want to do is you're going to be mainly at a building disadvantage. So I do still recommend building, but take that into account and just take things a lot slower. Don't play like super aggressive, and really make sure to line up and hit your shots. Alright, so I got him taken out. You're also going to want to really... Oh, there's another guy right here. You want to surprise them. You want to get a lot of surprise shots off on them. I also recommend not taking fights if you feel like you're going to be at a significant disadvantage. Like if you can see that the other person's good, I would just retreat and try and kill them from a distance, or possibly when they're not paying attention to you. Okay, there's the guy. So I would pretty much do the same thing, except I would probably play a little bit, or the builds would definitely place a little bit slower than that. As you saw, I just kept peeking and then going back down. So here I'm going to take the regular assault rifle. So I probably wouldn't have jumped down. I would have probably duck shotted from up here like this. Or just done like that and like that. Because I know my shots are going to take longer to register than his. Okay, I think he's coming back. Oh, yep. Oh. Does this guy really have the drum gun? Okay, so here I'm just waiting for him. Oh. I almost choked that actually. So in that fight I would have probably barrel stuffed a little bit more, because your shots do hit for more when you're right up in their face. You're going to want to go for those third parties if you're playing on high ping, because they're likely going to be low. And if you get the surprise on them, you'll likely be able to take them off right away. An example of third partying right here. I'm just going to wait. Ooh, there's a sniper over there. That might not be a good idea. Okay, so I got that guy. That was extremely close. I should have probably got back down after I got shot a couple of times. But I was able to win the bloom fight there. I would have never taken that if I was on higher ping, because I would have automatically lost that. Bloom is one of those things where you're just always at a disadvantage. Maybe a bot, they're just crouching. Got him. Headshots are also crucial. Honestly, what did he have? Anything good? Oh, no, the other guy's coming. Got it. Let's go. Okay, so now I'm going to be going over the tips and tricks for Modern Warfare. And I do want to start with that Modern Warfare tends to lag more than other games I play, and I believe it is because of the extremely strong skill-based matchmaking in this game, where it prioritizes putting you into lobbies based on skill rather than connection. And that is just one of the many things that this game does to try and cater to the more newbie players. If you're playing core modes, I would recommend just slowing down, because you're not going to be able to get those first shots off, and you're going to end up dying a lot if you're really rushing straight into people and stuff. And the other one I recommend is playing hardcore, because these are one shots, so you don't have to, it prevents the hit markers. When you're lagging, sometimes you'll get a whole slew of hit markers. It won't happen in hardcore. So that's a very good solution if you're experiencing lag a lot. Okay, so right now is actually a perfect example. As you can see, I have the 3 yellow bars in the mid left side of my screen. Okay, so I'm getting about 90 ping right now. So I recommend just hanging back. I was playing very slow. You also have to take into account that it's gonna take longer for you to kill people. As you can see, there are going to be dry spills while you're trying to play slow. So I might try and move to like the other side. I definitely have one thing that I'm going to be putting on my Call of Duty 2020 wish list now. I'll give you a clue. It has something to do with this map in particular. More in particularly the setting of the map. I'm also aware I'm not playing very slow, and that is because it just doesn't fit my playstyle. I particularly don't find it fun to kind of hang back most times. Yeah, there's a guy back here, so I'm going to pre-aim. It's very slow. As you can see, the aim down sights on this thing is atrocious. And movement speed slow. But now I'm going to move into the hardcore. You can go into the hardcore and it will have a hardcore shoot house and shipment playlist with it. It just won't be on the main screen. You have to go into filler over to hardcore and it'll be down here. So you can play those small game mode mosh pits in hardcore mode. So that's what I'm going to be going into to show you guys. We're going to be starting off on Petra Royal Rig. This is going to be hard since I am using the Bruin on a one-shot game mode. I don't know how that looked for you guys, but on my screen I was dead when he turned the corner. Or before he turned the corner. Okay, so the same thing that I'm going to mention in my wish list video also applies for this map as well as Cheshire Park. Oh, I didn't see that guy at all. Nice little double piece there, again a radar up, someone coming up behind me. Yeah, since this gun's so slow, I guess you really have to pre-aim with it to do good. I think that's what I've been doing wrong with this thing. And another reason why I like playing hardcore even when I'm lagging is because it lets me play my playstyle more. I can rush around without worrying about 2,000 hit markers even when I'm lagging, so I am likely to die more, but I'm also just as likely to get more kills. As you can see right now, I'm at the top of the leaderboard by 9 kills over the guy in second place, for my team at least. I know there's another one back there. As you can see, I got 30 kills that game, and that was with using a Bruin on hardcore with lag. I was getting about 50 ping, 50 to 60 ping, 30 kills, 22 deaths. So definitely go to hardcore if you're struggling with lag. That's probably my biggest recommendation here.